Good glorious day. I'm here at the Shivananda Ashram Yoga Retreat in the Bahamas with a short video on life-changing tools. What better representation of the fact that life is constantly changing than this beautiful ocean? We are only alive on this journey for so many seconds. And what stops people from living their life to their fullest may either be due to fear or lack of knowledge, along with other issues. This particular video is focusing on lack of knowledge. So, when I grew up, I was never given a book on goals. If you talk or learn about professionals in many, many areas of life, whether it may be sports, business, you name it, the ones that have been successful, especially with those with big projects, know about goals. So, if you're trying to make big changes in your life, and you haven't read a book on goals, there's a simple book that I found that a friend referred me to. And if you go down to that, you'll see a link to a PDF document or a Word doc, I forget exactly, that summarizes the steps to set and achieve any goal. It was very instrumental for me for my big projects. But for many people I see, one of the biggest things that I think people may not follow through with are the things that they may not necessarily want to do. That's where a coach, in my opinion, may be one of the most valuable tools on this page. Professionals most likely have what are called mentors and coaches, which you can read about. Mentors spiritually are wonderfully all over the web now. It used to be only in books and taught in churches and so forth and so on. But the wealth of spiritual material on YouTube these days is overwhelming. And I have some of those links on the website. So if you need a business coach or business mentor, there's people out there that can teach you about business. In fact, that's how I created a lot of these pages as far as that kind of changes. But for many people, it may be that they either don't desire to do some of the changes but want them, forget them, don't follow through with them, or whatever. And so many people use coaches in the professional industry. But what if you can't afford a coach? Well, if you read down on my page, get a friend, get a sponsor, get somebody to help you achieve your goals by basically being an accountability coach. So one of the simplest things you can do is, let's say you want to do a morning walk every morning. And you commit to your friend that you're going to do a morning walk every morning. And at the end of each day, or whenever you set up your guidelines, you say, if I don't do the walk every day, then I owe you a coffee, or something like that. So you don't have to pay a coach, and you don't have to pay a mentor to get amazing results these days. That's probably maybe the most important page. In the goals list, as you go through all your goals, one of the last goals is to resolve that you'll never give up on the goal that you really want to achieve. We're only alive for so many seconds in life. Oftentimes it's the fear or the lack of knowledge, as discussed before. But I invite you to consider looking at the change big coaches, along with all the other instruments that are on this page. Some of them may surprise you, such as feelings. There's a man named Neville Goddard who wrote Feeling is the Secret. If this is new territory to you, then I invite you to explore it. So maybe a good thing is to say, well, you go through this and say, wow, I know that pretty well and I do that already. But again, I'm going to leave it with the fact that look at the ocean. It's constantly changing. Yet we as humans often struggle with changes or just don't do them. Maybe it's not a struggle. Maybe it's a lack of knowledge. But whatever the reason, the more you put into it, the more you get out. The more you love, you give. The more love you get back. And with that, I'll say, bless you all. Good luck in your journey. And bye for now. Thank you so much. David Morgan.